My name's Luke Hughes, Sales and Marketing Director at Origin, the UK's largest training provider of fitness qualifications, qualifying thousands of fitness professionals each year, both here in the UK and internationally. We're now going to show you the exact approaches we have taken that has got us featured in the likes of the Daily Telegraph, the Guardian, the Independent, Men's Health, Women's Health, Muscle and Strength, and dozens of other mainstream media. See here how we have featured in the article by the Metro on how much water you need to drink after exercise. And here, how we got featured in Men's Health for their article on 6 ways to improve your home workout. Personal trainers just like you have built their online reputation by doing this. See here, online trainer Scott Laidler, including his features on his website from the likes of Sky News, Men's Health, the BBC and FHM. Getting featured in the press is great for several reasons. Social proof. It helps boost your social proof, and you can include as featured in and then the name of the news outlet on your website. Social bios and even your email footer, like we have here. Increases trust and authority. Trust and authority ties into your level of social proof. By having press coverage for your fitness business increases your trust as an authoritative expert within your niche, i.e. that you know exactly what you're talking about. It increases sales. By advertising you are featured in the media as a go-to expert increases your chance of getting more inquiries and converting those inquiries into new paying clients. It actually improves your website ranking in search engines. Getting a brand mention or a link back to your website from a major news site or magazine publication helps boost your website up the Google rankings by the website passing on link authority to your website. Now we have established why you want to get your fitness business in the press, let me show you our proven techniques for how you can start doing this yourself. Technique 1, press releases. The easiest way to get your fitness or personal training business featured in the media is to do a press release. If you have just launched a new service like online personal training or opened a gym, offered a new style of class locally, or perhaps your business has done something charitable like giving free gym access to kids or free budget meal plans to those in low-income families. This is local newsworthy content and you can do a press release to notify the media about this. For example, in January 2021, we launched into the Republic of Ireland as part of our international expansion. So we did a press release to notify the local media with the aim of getting featured in articles by local news sites or brands. This was picked up by the news site Think Business, who wrote a news article on our expansion and growth. This is how to write a press release. Write out a concise headline, as was Origin announces expansion into Republic of Ireland. Then write a short overview paragraph of what your press release is about, as we have done here. Once you have written your overview, then state how this might benefit the local community or a particular demographic. For example, on our press release we say, students will benefit from unlimited free resits and guaranteed interviews with Origin's extensive list of corporate partners right here in Ireland. Include a quote from yourself that highlights the news and benefits further. For example, Managing Director Luke Hughes said, Origin is delighted to announce that we'll be expanding our horizons into the Republic of Ireland and we'll be partnering with Reps Ireland to offer a range of fitness and health qualifications to the Irish population. Once you have written your press release, you can send it via a number of different PR websites like PR Business Wire, Media HQ or Prowly.com with the aim that a journalist picks it up and finds it newsworthy. Technique 2, press hijacking. This technique is called press hijacking and has gotten us featured in more news publications than any other method on this list. Magazines and newspapers are constantly looking for fitness experts to contribute to articles and posts, and through this method, you're going to be that expert. See here how I've contributed to this article by the Metro. PT shares how to motivate yourself to work out even when it's freezing. And here, how I've contributed to an article in Men's Health on ways to improve your home workout. This was all done using the press hijacking method, and here's how you can do it too. There are several websites that connect brands to publications, including JournoLink, Response Source, and Journo Requests. These websites are used by thousands of journalists working in the mainstream media, and they use these websites to reach out for expert help with articles. Here at Origin, we primarily use Response Source, and they email briefs from journalists about articles they want to get expert help with. See on screen this email that hit my inbox from Response Source on behalf of Men's Health. They are looking for a qualified personal trainer that can help Men's Health readers with tips on improving basic weight training. See another example here where the fragrance shop is looking for a nutritionist, PT, or physiotherapist who has worked with athletes. All you need to do is reply to the email and tell them that you can help. Here is how you can construct the reply. Firstly, tell them you can help. Then, state that you have the credentials to answer their query, e.g. you're a qualified personal trainer. Then, give them a time span of when you can get the answers to meet their queries by. Lastly, then just ask them if they're interested in hearing the quotes that you're willing to provide. Pro tip, don't answer the query until they respond. You don't want to waste your time writing out detailed tips for them to not actually publish what you write. Here is a real example for you of me replying to a Response Source request from a journalist called Becky, who works for the Daily Telegraph. As you can see, I'm telling her I can help her with her query, have highlighted my credentials, that she knows I'm the right person to help her, and I've told her I can get answers over immediately and to let me know if she's interested. Here is Becky's reply, welcoming some tips for me to send over via email. I then sent over the answers to her questions as promised and in the time frame that I committed to. As you can see, Becky seemed to like my answers, and my tips ended up getting featured in the Daily Telegraph. Technique 3. Get your fitness business featured by writing guest posts. As we have established, fitness brands and news outlets want help from fitness experts to fuel their online content. In fact, many want contributors that badly, they have dedicated pages on their websites for exactly that. For example, see here how website Moms News Daily, which covers health and fitness for mums, is looking for writers to contribute to articles. Or here, how fitness news outlet Healthy Gym Habits is looking for fitness writers to contribute to their fitness network. Finding fitness brands and news sites that want you to write for them is really easy. Here's how. Step 1. Go to Google and search in inverted commas, write for us, or guest post, followed by different fitness-based words like fitness, gym, or personal trainer. See here how I've put write for us in inverted commas followed by gym, and it has pulled up loads of websites that are looking for guest posts, writers and contributors, including supplement companies, fitness blogs and publications. Each company and content outlet will generally list their criteria of eligibility, like this one from JLL Fitness. They tell you how you can submit an article, what their quality guidelines are, which includes things like word count, whether you can include a link back to your website, and whether you require images. Be aware that every company or publication has slightly different criteria or guidelines. This Write For Us page by Women's Fitness Mag have a criteria of a minimum word count of 500 words, whereas JLL Fitness's minimum word count was just 300 words. One thing they do all have in common though is that the content must be unique and not published elsewhere, which you can see is clearly stated on both of their websites. All you need to get started with guest posting and getting your name or fitness brand in the media is to find a selection of topics that you know a lot about and start writing, making sure to stick to their specified guidelines. Once you have finished writing your article and proofreading it, just submit it for their consideration. Give them a week or so to come back to you and ensure to follow up with your submission. If they reject or don't come back to you, you can simply resubmit your article to a different publication. You can also find guest post opportunities by typing into Google, guest post, followed by fitness list, which will bring up a list of fitness related websites that accept guest posts. Here I've clicked through to Linkio's website, which lists out hundreds of fitness websites that accept guest posts. If you filter by DA, which stands for Domain Authority, you can bring up the websites with the strongest online presence, which brings up some huge brands like bodybuilding.com, Shape Magazine, and mindbody.com. You can filter through these websites one by one and start submitting your articles with the aim of getting featured on a major brand's website. We have done this exact strategy to get our fitness business in the press. See here our approved guest post on PT Minder, one of the world's largest fitness software companies. Pro tips when submitting guest posts. Never send plagiarized content to a publication. They will delete it faster than it took you to send it. Don't send the same article to multiple publications. Wait for them to accept or reject it first, and then you can reuse it if it was rejected and submit it elsewhere. Ensure to tell them your credentials when sending, so that they know they should take your article seriously and that you have the expertise to be writing on this topic. Technique 4. Use your client's success stories to get media attention. Everyone loves a success story, especially one that overcomes the odds. Media outlets love these types of stories as positive news shares well via social media. All you need to do to execute this type of success story is to highlight one of your clients that has achieved something really impressive with their fitness goals, such as losing a substantial amount of weight, overcoming a traumatic event, or maybe they have won something particularly impressive since start training with you. You can either approach media outlets direct and give them the story to feature, or write the feature up yourself and publish it on your own blog. See here how we did an article on one of our students, Ryan Wetton Burns, who overcame cancer and once recovered, turned his passion for fitness into helping others through the medium of personal training. Pro tips. Make sure to get consent from your client first who is going to be in your feature. Write up your client's success story in an interview style. This works best for this type of article. Make sure to include quotes from your client. This is what the news publications will be looking for. Include the role you played in their success so your name or brand gets mentioned if it's picked up by a media outlet. Make sure to outreach to as many local news sites as possible. This will increase your chances of being featured. We'll show you later in this video how you can source local journalists and fitness specific journalists. Wait till the end of the video to find out how.
Wait a minute, have you still not qualified as a PT? Check out this cool video we got right here.
Become a personal trainer with the UK's leading training provider. Over 50,000 trainers qualified. Study how suits you best, whether online, part-time or full-time. Internationally recognized SIMSPA endorsed training. Turn your hobby into your career. Whether you want to work in a gym, become an online trainer, freelance from people's homes, or use the great outdoors. Visit originpersonaltrainercourses.co.uk and shape your future the way you want it.
Technique 5. Getting media attention to content you have published on your own website. This method is arguably the most difficult to execute for many fitness professionals as it can be time consuming. But for us, it's helped us get our fitness business in magazines, mentioned on major brands' blogs, and newspapers all year round. This technique is where you're going to publish a unique and interesting article on your own website's blog. Then you're going to outreach via email to media contacts and journalists to let them know that you have this amazing new article and it's worth them covering and sharing with their audience. There are 3 types of blog post content structure that magazines and news publications love to cover. And the best part, you can do it yourself for your fitness business. Content structure 1, expert tips articles. See our article here on running tips in hot weather. This article was picked up by the Metro after we outreached to them to let them know about it. Here's how you can write a tips article. First, find a topical or trending topic. For example, our running in hot weather tips article was published in July during the heat wave, which makes it very topical. Research your topic thoroughly using multiple sources. Make sure to give your readers actionable tips that they can go and implement and break them down step by step. Depending on the topic you elect to write tips on, don't be afraid to offer your opinion on the subject. Newspapers and fitness magazines like to reference expert opinions and advice as long as you can back up and justify what you're saying. Outreach your article to news sites and niche-specific journalists. Content structure 2, how-to guides. If you are looking to get your fitness business in the media, creating how-to guides is a proven way of doing this. See here how our how-to guide on how to do jumping jacks has been referenced by Holland and Barrett. Or here how business media giant Vocal Media has done an article on best sports careers to pursue and referenced our statistic from our article, How to Become a Sports Nutritionist. How-to guides are a great way of being the expert, and as you can see, even huge brands will reference you as the source. We write a lot of how-to guides as we know our audience likes them, but most importantly, they might get referenced by a big media outlet. Tips on writing a how-to guide. Pick a topic that you feel comfortable writing about, that is relevant to what you sell, what you have existing knowledge on, or have done yourself. Whether that's how to do a certain type of exercise, sharing a business insight like how to get more PT clients, or how to improve a certain discipline of fitness like how to run a 5K or how to start weight training for beginners. With how-to guides, make sure to explain and include every detail of how they can achieve what they are looking for. Use bullet points, imagery, and clear step-by-step instructions to show what is done and in what order. Then, again, outreach your guide to relevant fitness brands and newspapers so they know about it. Content structure number 3, original research. The last structure to getting featured in the media for your personal trainer business is creating your own research. This is the most powerful technique as news outlets love to reference newfound data and studies, especially within the health and fitness remit. For example, we created this article, Gymtimidation, which is a blog post based on a survey that we ran to female gym goers to see if they have ever felt intimidated when going to the gym and what type of intimidation they have felt. This was picked up by numerous media outlets, including magazine My Weekly, who wrote an article referencing our blog post. See how they are referencing our statistics from our Gymtimidation post. See here again, the same article being featured in fitness magazine, Sustain Health. Here's another example of this in action. We did this post on UK's fittest cities, which ranks 20 cities in order of fitness against a set criterion. This was picked up by local news outlets from regions towards the top and bottom of our list, referencing their city as one of the fittest or one of the unfittest, as that's what gets their readers engaged. This was even picked up by national newspapers such as The Sun. Tips on creating original research. Again, brainstorm ideas of posts that are topical or trending, where data would be useful, or you could run a survey on. For example, here's one we're working on right now. How many women in the UK have taken steroids? You can easily create a survey using tools like Typeform, as seen here. You can get participants by posting in fitness Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, Daniel's social channels, and email your database, just asking people to take part. Once you've completed your survey, analyze your results and write out your findings. Use graphs, tables, or graphics to show your results. Tell the audience what these results are showing and also why does it matter. Then, as with all these techniques, you're going to outreach your article to news sites and journalists, which we're going to show you next, how you can find fitness journalists and how is best to approach them. Finding news sites and fitness journalists. Before publishing any of your content, you want to define a list of niche-specific journalists and publications that you can notify about your new article. This is actually easier than it sounds, as journalists want to be found, as their entire livelihood is based on correspondence with the general public. There is a couple of ways you can find news outlets and journalists. Finding news outlets. The internet is full of ready-made lists. Simply go to Google and type in list of news publications UK, like I have done here. And you'll see a ton of websites listing news outlets that you can reach out to, like this one by feedspot.com. Start collecting the email addresses and social media handles in an Excel document, ready to email and notify them for when your post goes live. You can also reuse the list for other articles that you publish. Finding fitness-specific journalists. On virtually all articles and news stories, there are author bios or references, giving credit to the writer. If you search something generic like how to run fast, or how to get fit, or how to lose weight, followed by the name of the publication, you can find journalists that write on those sorts of topics. For example, I have typed into Google how to get fit, Metro, to find a journalist that writes about fitness topics for the Metro. This then pulled up this article here by Natalie Morris. I then clicked through to her profile and hey presto, I have her email address, which I can now add into my journalist Excel sheet for once my article goes live. You can then repeat this process for every fitness-specific magazine and news site to create a targeted list that you can email about your new article. Here's exactly how you can construct your email. Create a subject line that spells out exactly what the article is about. Make sure the email you send is short, sweet, and to the point. Journalists get pitched to dozens of times a day. Tell them why your post is relevant and why it's important. Try and use bullet points where needed. If you have the journalist's name, make sure to personalize your email to that journalist. Track your responses, which you can do in Microsoft Excel, and follow up on your emails that you do not get replies from. By collaborating with fitness writers regularly, not just can you get your fitness business in the news now, but through building relations, you can get easy features later down the line. See here how fitness and wellbeing writer Emma Pritchard is emailing me directly for quotes for Women's Health magazine for a number of different articles. This is because I have developed a relationship with Emma and she knows I'll give her a quote that she needs in a super quick time frame. In fact, I've contributed to 13 different women's health articles over the past 2 years, and as you can see, this relationship has helped me get my name and origin in the press time and time again. On that note, that wraps it up for this video on how to get your fitness business in the media. Feel free to download our free course prospectus, which will be on the first comment of this video. Let us know which technique you're going to try in the comment sections below. Please like the video if you found it useful, subscribe for more videos on growing your fitness business, and click the bell icon so you get notified every time we post. My name is Luke Hughes from Origin. Thanks for watching.